Hello everyone and welcome back to the CalTap channel, your go-to source for all things 2A and dry fire training. We bring you honest reviews of the latest products, practical tips to enhance your training, and exclusive discounts. Join our community for regular updates and valuable insights to enhance your training. Subscribe now and dry fire smarter. So today we're doing a follow-up on the unboxing of the dry fire smart target. So when we unboxed it, we realized that we do not have the batteries. So today we're going to work on getting some batteries installed, setting it up with the app, and then giving it a quick test run. We've got our screwdriver that was included with this kit. It's a little Phillips head. Butterfingers. So I was able to find some CR123A batteries on Amazon. I think I paid about $8 for these. I'll post this video, and then I will also provide a link to these batteries on Amazon. Probably add a update on what I think about these batteries also. I've had some experiences with some battery providers on Amazon. You get a good price, but I don't feel like the batteries are always functional. So maybe I should have done this prior, but maybe someone out there needs some help opening this package. So there's our two CR123A batteries. And in the Smart Target housing for the battery receptacles here, you can see the positive marking and the negative marking in both sides. Looks like they're set up in series here. So positive side is the side with the nipple. So we'll make sure that goes in on top of the plus. And on this other side, it'll be the opposite. You know, in the unboxing video, put this lanyard on in the reverse order. So let me fix that real quick. So it's really simple. Shouldn't waste a whole lot of your time. So now it's back. You don't necessarily have to have that on there, but I'm going to keep it just for the heck of it, to be prepared for whatever direction these videos might take us. Cool. We will leave it at that. So our lanyard, the little stand that came in the kit, hold it in place right here on the desk. Going to get the tablet open. Going to open the Blueops app. Actually, we'll see. Getting started, as you remember from the unboxing, QR code is here, so I'm going to just takes us to blueopstech.com. So, as I mentioned before, it seems like it says, oops, there's nothing here. Okay, so you see it literally just came up with a link to the blueoptext.com, and I think it was supposed to take us to a login page or the instructions to set this up. So I'm gonna try one more time. Right now we are actually taking our first dry run together. So yeah, you see blueopstech.com, press the link, takes us to the same page. So I don't think this is going to be that difficult because I do understand the app and it's fairly straightforward. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go back into the app and in our main menu at the top right corner, we'll go to Device Manager. So I have one XMag here and two XMag there. It says they're connecting. So basically what it is letting me know is the mags aren't connected. That's fine. Well, Device Manager, view setup video. Let's see if they even have a video in here for the smart dry target. So yeah, this is just for the magazines. Maybe I'll keep saying it. We don't have to worry about that. So I'm just going to go into Device Manager. Okay, everyone. I had to pull in a power source. So we're just going to roll with the punches. I didn't realize that I allowed enough time for the batteries to die. We only need one magazine for the sake of today. It's not even really our focus. I'm trying to, the focus is to connect and try out this dry fire mag. So as I mentioned before, we really only need to plug this magazine up and get some power to it in order to even pair it. It's already paired. Today we're just going to be reconnected. So you can see that it's in charge mode with the quick 3 flashes and then the pause and then the quick 3. We're going to put it in the pairing mode. Hold the button a little bit longer. Cancel. Okay, continue. Okay, so it's saying actually both are connected and it's showing that both are at 0%. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and just push this button on the rear of the smart dry fire target to see what happens. Okay, and now, see, that's what I was saying earlier, is maybe I'm overcomplicating it. Yes, I believe this QR code should have led us somewhere, and I will definitely get with Blueops Tech to let them know that QR code did not lead anywhere. So anyway, the batteries are working. You can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 flashing red LEDs. And down at the bottom here on in the app, it shows the XTRGMKI, the the um, the smart dry fire target, and it's just giving us an arrow to connect. Going to hit that. Yeah. Wait. Cancel. Oh, so now it's connected, and it also has a volume indicator on here. So it looks like we might get some feedback when we strike the target with our laser. And again, if we take a look at the rear, you can see that there's holes in the back of this panel that kind of indicates that sound comes from it. Now that we see that it's connected also, now we have a solid LED in the center of the target. So the setup is straightforward and fairly simple. I actually have two more targets that I'll need to connect, but I'll worry about that later. I'm going to exit Device Manager and I want to pop back in. So it shows that I have two mags and a smart dry fire target on the top menu here next to the Blueops logo here in the main app. I just wanted to go back out and come back into Device Manager to see if I could get an idea on how much the battery is charging on the magazine. For the sake of time in this video, I can say that, okay, it's connected, and let's see, with the constant flashing, I don't know if you can see the LED here on the desktop. But what I'm going to do is, instead of disconnecting it and placing the smart bullet in the Glock, because let's see, XMag low battery, I'm at 2%. So for the sake of speeding this along, I will, okay, see the laser. So the quick three flashes of the LED for the charging shoots out 3 shots of the LED. So, and then when you hit the target, kind of cool. It gives like a metallic feedback. I like that. So, wasn't sure what to expect, but now that I actually have it set up, I do like the sounds that it makes. Um, we're at 3%. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now, because we don't need that much battery, and I apologize for not being 100% ready. I had no idea that these magazines had just drained themselves. It takes a lot to put these videos together, between shooting the videos and editing them. Um, so there's a lot that goes into it, and I'm really, it's been a while since I've actually interacted with these magazines. So I fully charged them maybe about a week ago and started working on some other projects and came back to this. But the good news is it shouldn't take too long. So at 4% right now, we are, I feel confident that I'll be able to disconnect the mag and give you a little bit of um, demonstration. Just as a reminder, you know, this laser bullet doesn't fire the LED based on it being struck by the firing pin. So there's no striker pad. It's actually this emitter right here that when you pull your trigger, it activates this actuator, and that causes the flash. That in turn causes the LED to activate. Um, it looks like the target also, you look right here, I've been wondering why the target um, doesn't have the single target here in the middle. I think what happened was it just gives you some feedback on where you actually hit the target, which I wasn't sure if that's how these targets worked or not. I'm still guessing right now, but that has to be what it is. You know, I if the target had reset, I think the red dot should be in the center, but I think it's just keeping track of where your last hit was. But anyway, these laser bullets have little holes in them, and they kind of make the shape of the Mercedes-Benz emblem. So you kind of want to insert it so that you have an opening window towards the um, bottom of the magazine loading port. And I use the ramrod to lift it out and twist it a little bit. So I kind of just hover it in there and twist it till I get to a spot where I like. And then I just reach in, push it in further, and it's good to go. Just another reminder that we are not allowing the slide to crash down on the laser bullet. So we're just going to do a controlled close of that. Um, by me putting that in there and opening the slide, that this was an empty firearm. It is now loaded with a people harmless laser bullet. But as always, I would say it's better to take that third and fourth and fifth extra look just to make sure you know what you're working with. And always, when you're dry firing, make sure you're keeping live ammunition and loaded magazines out of your dry fire area to take extra precautions from any accidents taking place. And as you see, like, these bullets don't eject with the slide. And the whole purpose of these smart dry fire mags is they allow you to take follow-up shots without having to rack your slide. So that's one of the big reasons that I was interested in obtaining these smart dry fire magazines. So we're at about 6%. I think that's way more than enough. So we're going to go ahead and slide this magazine in. And I'm going to try and do this at an angle where we can see. So yeah, like I said, where you hit it is where the light goes. I like that. And I have this magazine set for 15 shots. So when we get to the 15th shot, we're going to have to remove the mag, and the kit comes with 2 magazines, and the one magazine goes dry. You have to simulate a magazine swap. So if you have the 2 magazines, you can just drop the one, insert the other, and keep going. If you're having technical difficulties with one magazine, or you only have one magazine, you'll just have to pull the magazine out, wait a reasonable amount of time as if you were swapping one mag for another mag, insert, and I kind of simulate a fake little slide thing just to keep the muscle memory there, because it's not necessary. Once you swap the magazines, you're basically ready to continue firing with your next 15 rounds. And you can also program these magazines in the app to simulate just 10 shots. So you have 2 choices: 10 shots, 15 shots. Anyway, I say all that to get to the point where I just simulate and see no more. I'm gonna simulate this with the 1 mag because that mag is dead. So lame on me. See, there you go. Anyway, so the sound that you, the sound feedback that you receive is really based on the location that you hit the target. So it's kind of giving feedback on if you hit it in the middle of the target, um, the edges of the target. And what else? I just need to clarify also. So we're setting up the dry fire target and giving you a quick demonstration. The smart dry fire targets are sold separate from the actual dry fire basic pack. So these are actually, the targets are actually basically an upsell or something that you can buy to utilize in conjunction with the dry fire smart mags. And so far I like it. And then, as I've mentioned before, the next video that I intend to do is going to be related to um, utilizing these targets with the app, the game and the apps. So there's like 3 games in here: El Presidente, Standoff, All In, and 12 O'Clock. So I'm not really familiar with the games just yet. But the next video that I do related to this Blueops tech, I'm going to go ahead and be prepared to run through the different games and show you how they work, and then throw in some nuances of how I intend to smart dry fire in my home so that I'm getting repetitions in and practice on hitting targets in different areas of my house. Because personally, I believe, yes, I like to go to the range and run through live ammunition and just see how well, I'm getting on target and how accurate my shots are. Okay, we're at about 10 yards away. I've got the target set up at what would be center mass on myself. So basically, through the kitchen to the garage door entry. Got the mags set to simulate a jam. With that said, have fun. Dry fire smarter.